Hello and welcome to another video, and it's Saturday, August 7th, and War of the Worlds is trending, not because of the film or the book, or was it a book? Was it a book? I remember, obviously it was a play, or they made a play out of it, and I remember having the double LP of Jeff Wayne's version as a kid. We had that in the house. But Greece is on fire. I think it's in relation to the Steven Spielberg version of the film from 2005. It's actually a really good version. Obviously, Greece is on fire, it's burning, and people are on a ferry away from it. Thankfully, away from it rather than going towards it. Actually, reminds me of another film I saw recently, Skyfire, I think it was. It was a Japanese film with Jason Isaacs was like the baddie in it. It's a big multi-corporate type who I think he wasn't in it that much. It's one of those films where they just sort of pay a Hollywood actor to be in something, and they pay them to do that, and they don't bring an awful lot to the table apart from their name. That gets people in the door, and then you find out the Hollywood star is in it for about 10 minutes or so. But it was all kicking off around there. But okay, that's bad. That is bad. I'll grant you that. But obviously there's fires going on in other places, California and Turkey. But a lot of these are down to arson. Arson is when people set stuff on fire deliberately. That's also happened recently in the film that came out. Pretty bad film, actually. Those Who Wish Me Dead with Angelina Jolie. Maybe it was a decent book originally, but as a film, it was just dumbed down into usual Hollywood crap. So as we see, this footage has been, not sure, it's originally from Meteo GR. That's, Greek. Greek stands to reason that it's a Greek news outlet showing the footage. And this is a guy from the BBC, or we used to be in the BBC, terrifying footage of a ferry carrying passengers escaping the shores of Lake Eva in Greece. But what gets my goat? It's just, if the world's angry at something, ice cream, anyone? What bad timing! If the world's angry at something, it might fight back. You have North Korea sending nuclear weapons off underwater, under the earth, inside the earth. That's not a very good idea, is it? And if the Earth's going to get a bit pissed off, it'll fight back and might have. Maybe that's what causes floods. Maybe the Earth's sentient and it throws shit your way or someone's way if you try and make it angry. But talking sensibly, earthquakes. Setting nuclear bombs off underground is going to upset something underground. But earthquakes and what's the other things that happen? Volcanoes, they shoot off all the time, and it's a natural thing. It's going to happen. In earthquakes' case, it's tectonic plate shift, and that's just the way the Earth is. That's the way it was designed by Slarty Bartfast. But oh God, someone comes along and says, there's probably quite a few people on this, and they go, "It's climate change. Oh no, what are we going to do to fight climate change? Please, what are we going to do? Perhaps if I do a little bit of extra recycling, perhaps if I don't have so many plastic straws in my house, then we won't see footage like this ever again, because climate change will be solved." Fuck me, who's this lunatic? Helen O'Hara. No idea who she's from. But, blah, blah, blah. Oh, Sherwood Project Management. This is a funny one. I've seen a couple of these replies already. "I've emailed my MP." You expect him to do anything about it? He's, we've also had recently the climate change minister, Alok Sharma. He's the president of COP26. COP is, I'll probably make a few videos about this when it comes along. COP26 was the 26th event where all the world's bigwigs get together to fight climate change, and they do that by having 300,000 people travel to one location by plane, including loads of hangers-on, and But yeah, 300,000 people flying. If flying is a bad thing, and flying causes climate change, then why are 300,000 people flying? Answer me that and stay fashionable. And meanwhile, Alex Sharma has been travelling around 31 countries within the space of 7 months, and not even quarantining. So never mind the virus, still been travelling around 31 countries in 7 months because of his climate change responsibilities. Yeah. And Robert Jenrick, housing minister, I think, or at least he used to be. And then he had all kinds of, irons in the fire, personally, financially, according to reports. And so, but you vote Tory, you get Tories. What do you expect? You shouldn't have voted Tory, should you? But Sherwood Project Management, he's emailed his MP, he's copied it to Greta Thunberg. Oh, the cult of Greta. She's worth $50 million. She's abused by her parents to just pump all this shit out, and you choose your heroes carefully. Oh, and Greenpeace. People like Greenpeace and Extinction Rebellion, who sit in the middle of roads to block them because they're fucking morons. Oh, and he's also moaned at Facebook as well, demanding an effective UN project management infrastructure. No transparent climate dashboard. Blah 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 blah. I mean, my favourite thing that came up, it was mentioned last year, was the Glacier National Park in America, where in 2010 they put up a sign saying, by 2020 all these glaciers will have melted. What happened in 2020? Nothing. They were still there. So they just replaced the board with one which didn't have a date on it. Just said one day these will all be gone. Well, yeah, that's going to happen. But not for a bloody long time. But they said 10 years, and obviously it wasn't 10 years. They were all still perfectly there. And we're all told, oh, we've got 10 years, 11 years to save the Earth, blah, 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 blah. And, we'll get to the end of that time. Everything will still be the same. Nothing will have changed. The glaciers will still be there. And so on and so on. But, I got, electing people isn't going to cut it. What do you want to do? Wait another 5 years before we start making change? We need protest, anger, direct action. What do you want to do? Just go and take people hostage? Didn't work well for Hans Gruber, did it? So, sadly, I think we're way past anything, or we will be soon, because nothing is going to be done. Oh, dear. But yeah, the world's been going for 4.6 billion years. The world's managed to exist in all that time. We're in irrelevance. Mankind's in irrelevance by comparison. It's been hotter than it is now before we were around. That's a given. It's got to be within 4.6 billion years. But yet people blame the Industrial Revolution from about 1850 or thereabouts, is it? And they say it's because of that the whole world's up shit creek. It's not because of that at all. They just say, oh, it's getting hotter and hotter. It's the hottest it's ever been since records began. And records only began from about 1870. So, it's been hotter before, but, if it feels good for you to blame mankind because you can't think of anything better to do, then just go and sink back into your pit. Get in the sea. Oh, dear. There's quite a few tweets on this, but I'll just end on these. Ben Anthony saying, it's so scary. These things happen anyway, but anyone claiming humans haven't had an impact in dangerous denial. These extremes happen regularly every year, and it's only going to get worse. Hopefully there is still time for positive change. Rockdoll. I wonder if that really is her. These fires have been linked to arson. They're exactly what I said earlier. And people arrested, but go ahead and spin this as a climate issue. I'll see what the replies are to her, but James Elder says, I embrace for Boris Johnson being totally unimpressive at COP26. So, yeah, that's a given. He's totally unimpressive at anything, though. And, here we go. Lol, holy, this is the dumbest comment so far. What about the conditions that allow for these fires to spread so quickly? Yeah, if someone didn't start the fires in the first place, then, you know, it wouldn't happen. So, at least you can't blame Billy Joel because he didn't start the fire. Black Dave Meltzer. Yeah, they always do. They always do spin it's a climate issue. So, hopefully they do get it all sorted and under control, but or maybe it'll just burn itself out. But you know, catch the people who started the arson, stop the arson, you've got your problem sorted. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the matter. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. In the meantime, please like this video, share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, click on the bell for all the notifications, and cue Genesis.